Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone. Here is Asma Shaheen and here I have another very interesting topic to discuss with Maya AI. As you know, on daily basis we are practicing different topics to improve our knowledge and as well as our listening and speaking skills. So, I have another topic to discuss with Maya, and let's start our today's session with Maya. So, we are going to continue our conversation with Maya. I think there is a little internet issue, so let's wait for the Maya. Hello, Maya. Good evening.
Hey, Asma.
Uh,
Thinking about those SDGs and how to get students fired up about them, what's on your mind?
Yeah, Maya, I have another interesting topic for you that I want to learn from you, the matching principle of communications.
Ah, the matching principle. Gotcha. It's really clever, isn't it? It's about building rapport by subtly mirroring someone's communication style. Like if they're super formal, you lean a little more formal too. It's not about mimicking exactly, but finding that shared wavelength. What
Maya,
specifically are
what
you
is the
hoping?
matching principle of communication and why it is important in effective communication?
Okay, so basically, the matching principle says people feel more comfortable and connected with someone who communicates similarly to them. It's kind of sneaky smart. It happens on a bunch of levels: pace of speech, tone of voice, body language, even the words we use. Why is it important? Well, think about it. If someone's talking a mile a minute and you're slow and deliberate, there's a disconnect, right? It can feel off when you match. You're subconsciously signaling, hey, I'm like you, I get you. That builds trust and makes it way easier to actually communicate effectively. It lowers defenses and allows for better understanding. It's huge in leaderships, sales, even just making friends, honestly.
Okay, Maya, how can I apply the matching principle when speaking to students from different age groups?
That's a really good question, Asma. It's not a one size fits all thing, definitely. With younger students, say elementary age, it's about energy, matching their enthusiasm, using simpler language, shorter sentences, and maybe even a little bit of playfulness in your tone. They respond to that high energy. Middle schoolers, that's trickier. They're trying to figure out who they are, so you need to be more careful. Matching here isn't about being childish, but about showing respect for their growing independence. A more casual tone, avoiding condescension, and using language they actually use without trying to be cool can work well. High school students, they're pretty astute. With them, matching is about demonstrating genuine interest and respecting their intellect. A more mature tone, engaging in real discussions and acknowledging their perspectives are key. And honestly, observing is the biggest part. See how they communicate with each other and subtly adjust to that. It's less about doing and more about being present and responsive. Does that make sense?
Okay, Maya, how does matching tone and body language improve trust and connection during conversations?
Okay. So this is where it gets kind of fascinating, actually. Our brains are wired to pick up on nonverbal cues super quickly, often subconsciously. When your tone and body language match someone else's, it signals safety. Like, this person is on my wavelength. They understand me. It activates mirror neurons in our brains. Basically, we start to feel what they're feeling. That builds empathy and trust almost immediately. Think about it. If someone is speaking softly and leaning in, and you mirror that, you're creating a sense of intimacy and closeness. But if they're energetic and expansive, and you're closed off and monotone. It creates distance. It's not about being fake. It's about subtly aligning your nonverbals to show you're engaged and attentive. It validates their feelings and shows you're truly listening, which is huge for building connection. It's almost primal, you know, like a silent, I see you, I hear you, I'm with you.
Okay,
Oh,
Maya. So,
just
how
thinking
can
out
I
loud.
use
No
matching
worries.
principle in public speaking to keep my audience engaged?
Right. Public speaking is a whole other ball game. It's less about mirroring individual people and more about calibrating to the energy of the whole room. First, observe your audience. Are they formal, casual, energetic, or subdued? Then, adjust your pace, volume, and even your vocabulary to match. If it's a formal setting, a more deliberate pace and precise language will work better. If it's a more relaxed vibe, you can loosen up a bit, use humor, and speak more conversationally. Body language is huge here. Open posture, making eye contact, and using gestures that mirror the natural rhythm of your speech all help create a connection. And don't be afraid to pause. Matching the audience's pauses can be really powerful. It's like a shared breath. It shows you're in sync with them. Also, stories. People connect with stories. And the way you tell those stories, the tone, the pacing, the emotion should resonate with the overall energy of the audience. Does that track?
Okay. So, how can digital communication, emails, messages, video calls follow the matching principles?
That's a smart question. It's trickier online, for sure. You lose a lot of the nonverbal cues, so you have to be more intentional. With emails, it's about matching formality. If someone sends a very formal email, respond in kind. If it's casual, you can be more relaxed in your tone. Pay attention to their sentence structure and writing style too. For messages, mirroring their use of emojis or abbreviations can subtly build rapport, but don't overdo it. It can come across as insincere. Video calls are a little easier. You can observe body language and facial expressions. So you can adjust your own accordingly. Matching their energy level is key. Are they leaning in and engaged? You lean in too. Are they more reserved? Tone it down a bit. And even in text based communication, responding promptly shows you're engaged and respectful of their time. It's all about being mindful of their communication style and adapting your own to create a sense of connection. It's a little more subtle online, but it definitely still works.
Okay, Maya. So, how can I use the principle to resolve conflicts peacefully and respectfully?
Ooh, good one. This is where it gets really powerful. When there's conflict, emotions are usually high, right? The matching principle can help de escalate things. The key is to start by matching their emotional state, not by agreeing with them, but by acknowledging how they're feeling. So if they're speaking quickly and with urgency, you mirror that pace, but in a calm and controlled way. It shows you're hearing them. Then gradually shift your tone and pace to a more neutral level. This can subtly encourage them to do the same. It's like gently guiding the conversation towards a more rational space. Also, mirroring their language patterns can help build understanding. If they use very direct language, respond directly. If they're more indirect, adjust your communication accordingly. The goal isn't to win the argument, but to create a safe space for dialogue. It's about demonstrating empathy and showing you're genuinely trying to understand their perspective. And it diffuses tension and opens the door to a more constructive conversation. Takes practice, honestly, but it can be a game changer. Just letting that sink in.
Okay.
There's a lot to
So,
consider.
how do I train my staff or students to
Ah,
use this principle in leadership and teamwork?
okay, that's a great question, Asma. Training staff and students, it needs to be practical, but lectures won't cut it. First, I'd start with awareness. Have a workshop. where you explain the matching principle, what it is, why it works, and the different levels it operates on. Show examples, maybe even short video clips of effective and ineffective communication. Then, role playing, absolutely essential. Pair people up and have them practice matching each other's pace, tone, and body language in different scenarios. Conflict resolution. Ah, gotcha. Sounds good. Enjoy your
Two lines. Okay, Maya, that is very interesting information that you are giving me. My next question is, how can I teach students to match their communication style for interviews and professional settings?
right. Prep, right. Prepping students for the real world. Excellent. For interviews, it's about observing and adapting. First, research the company culture. Is it formal or informal? That gives them a baseline. Then practice mirroring, subtly matching the interviewer's body language and tone. Things like leaning in when they lean in, using a similar pace of speech, and adopting a similar level of formality. But it's not about mimicking, it's about creating rapport. Encourage them to really listen to the interviewer, not just formulate their answers. Pay attention to their language patterns and try to use similar phrasing. For professional settings, it's the same principle, but
Okay, thank you. So, how does emotional intelligence support the matching principle in conversation?
that's a really insightful question, Osman. Emotional intelligence is honestly the foundation of the matching principle. You can't effectively match someone's communication style without first being aware of their emotional state and your own. Emotional intelligence gives you the ability to perceive, understand, manage, and use emotions. So it lets you recognize when someone is feeling anxious, frustrated, or excited.
Wow.
It allows you, sorry, I trailed off there.
No,
My
keep
apologies.
continue,
It
Maya.
allows Maya, you mean sorry about that. It happens. Okay, where was I? Right. Emotional intelligence allows you to recognize when someone is feeling anxious, frustrated, or excited, and then adjust your communication accordingly. For example, oh, Maya, not Miriam. Got it. Right. Emotional intelligence allows you to recognize when someone is feeling anxious, frustrated, or excited. It allows you to then adjust your communication to respond appropriately. If someone is upset, you can match their level of concern and offer empathy. If they're enthusiastic, you can mirror their energy and share their excitement. Without that emotional awareness, you're just mimicking, and it can come across as insincere or even manipulative. Emotional intelligence is what makes the matching principle authentic and effective. It's about connecting with someone on a human level, not just adopting a technique. It's about reading between the lines and responding with genuine understanding. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, Maya. So, how can I evaluate whether my communication was properly matched to my audience?
That's a really important question because you won't always get it right. The biggest clue is their response. Are they leaning in and making eye contact? Are they nodding and engaging with what you're saying? Or are they looking away, crossing their arms, or giving short one word answers? Those are signs that your communication isn't resonating. Also, pay attention to their facial expressions. Do they seem relaxed and receptive or tense and guarded? You can also ask for feedback. After a conversation or presentation, ask a trusted colleague or friend for their honest assessment. Did I come across as genuine? Did I seem to connect with the audience? Be open to constructive criticism. Sometimes simply reflecting on the interaction and asking yourself, how did that feel, can give you valuable insights. It's a learning process. And remember, subtle adjustments are often more effective than dramatic changes. It's about creating a sense of harmony, not a perfect mirror image.
Okay, Maya, thank you. What
Just letting that
exercises
sit
or
for a
role
minute.
plays can I help students and teachers practice the principles?
Okay, let's brainstorm some role play scenarios. For beginners, start with simple situations like a student asks Annette, "Oh, spa. That's really kind of you.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
said,
continue, Maya.
I enjoy.
Continue.
Right, sorry. Got a little flustered there. Okay, so role plays for beginners start with simple situations, like a student asking a teacher for help with an assignment, have them practice matching the teacher's tone and level of formality. Or a student apologizing to a friend, they can work on matching their friend's emotional state and expressing empathy. Then move on to more complex scenarios, like a job interview. Have students take turns being the interviewer and the candidate, focusing on mirroring body language and adapting to different interview styles. Or a conflict resolution situation. Have them practice de escalating a disagreement by matching the other person's emotional state and using respectful language. You could also do a customer service scenario where one person plays the customer and the other plays the representative, focusing on building rapport and resolving a complaint. Vary the age and power dynamics in the scenarios. Student talking to the principal is different than a student talking to a classmate. And don't forget to provide constructive feedback after each role play. And you could even record them and play it back so they can self assess. Does that help get you started?
Thank you so much, Maya, for another interesting topic. Have a nice
You're
day.
so welcome. You too, Ozma. Seriously, it's been a really good conversation. Don't hesitate to reach out if anything else comes up.